What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Disgaea 7. Guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you the absolute best way to level up in the demo. Remember, your demo save will transfer over to the full game when it releases next month. So, the stronger you get now, the better. And of course, because the English version has been nerfed, all of the Japanese tricks no longer work. However, I have found a new method and I'm going to share it right now. It's not quite as efficient as the Japanese one, however, it's still very, very good. So, let's talk about what you need. First of all, I will assume you have already watched the starting guide, so the starting mana and the starting EXP guide, because this is definitely a more advanced guide and you are not going to be able to do this from the very get-go. If you have only just started the demo, take a look in the description for my Disgaea 7 playlist and check out the starter guides first. Now, once you have a slightly higher level unit already, so for me that's around level 3000, it is going to be the feline. This is really important, okay? Create a cleric first, doesn't matter what rank or what level, just create a cleric and then level it up enough so that it unlocks the buffing and debuffing abilities. Once you have that, reincarnate it into a feline. Again, the rank does not matter. The end result of that will basically be a feline, okay, with run them down, which if the units, if the target unit's HP is at or under 10% when attacking, you will attack again. Then magic wall will also be transferred from the cleric. Okay, once you have that, let's talk about equipment. Now, if you're going for full EXP, then you can go for whatever equipment you really want. You can use things like glasses for improved class efficiency, or you can use orbs for improved mana. Likewise, if your skill is not level 99, use slippers with skill improvement abilities. You get these via the gotcha at the hospital, and you definitely should have some of these by now. For me, I'm going to focus on class proficiency right now, because I still have a few more classes to max out. And of course, right here, as you can see, we've got an extra 10, an extra 5, so that's 15. We've got that on 2, so that's 30%, and then another 10, so that's an extra 40% class efficiency right there. Okay, now let's talk evilties. Because of the big nerf on the English version of the game, we could only actually have a couple of evilties that we can use. Magical Discipline is one. Now this comes from another class. I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure which one it actually is, because I'd leveled a whole bunch up before I actually bought this. Then we have Study Lover, which is an extra 10% EXP. We have Workshop Intern, which increases class proficiency gain by 10%. These two are just bought from the skill shop as normal. If you want, you can also use a few other abilities, such as the mana abilities if you want. Now, fundamentals and spot training, even though they say increase EXP gain by 10% and 40%, that is actually skill EXP, okay? They do not affect your actual EXP. But I'm going to throw them on just because I have nothing else really to use. But yeah, they're only for skills. Likewise, Magical Discipline might actually be for skills as well. I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. You know how NIS is with their translations after all. So, once we've done all of that, you also want to enhance your skill, Magical Wall, and increase its range to the absolute maximum. Now, doing this in one go, it takes about 2 million mana in total, so this will take a little bit of time. I do suggest taking a look at my mana guides for a way to do this quite quickly. Once we have done all of that, okay, you want to get your HP below 10% of your maximum. The absolute easiest way to do this is to just use a Mothman with a poison skill. Simply use poison on your main unit on the stage. This will deal 75% of its health in damage over 3 turns. Then proceed to use 1 or 2 heals, and then use poison once again, dropping you below the 10% threshold. Once that is done, Okay, so you've got below 10% health, you've got your skill with max range, you've got your evil teas, you've got your equipment. Let's talk about everything else we can do. First of all, Pbird does have an evil tea that you can buy from the actual skill shop called Development Support. You will need to level her up a little bit first though for this to appear. It increases EXP gained by adjacent allies by 50%. Spread this around to a whole bunch of characters. Now, once you have that as well, we can also increase a little bit more by using the Dark Assembly. Simply go ahead and pass the bill, give me triple EXP. It costs 500 mana and only has a small chance to succeed. If you don't succeed, don't worry. By this point, you should have more than enough HL to actually just pay to pass the bill. If you are lacking HL, I've got a great HL guide in the playlist, so go check it out. Right. With that said, we now have everything we can possibly do. So, let's go to the stage. And if you've watched any of the other guides, you already know exactly what stage we are going to. It is going to be stage 2-1, Topsy-Turvy Awado, because yes, we are going to be abusing the extra attack nodes. So all we need to do is we need to get this geo symbol right here, and then we need to go up and throw it into a corner on this upper blue section. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly, and then we will be right back. Okay, so I've moved the geo symbol up, so we now have magic range +1 and attack ×1 on the blue section. Now, around my main unit, okay, we have 4 units all with the development support skill. However, one other thing we can do, okay, is because we only need 9 units to actually be hit, we can throw one of the units with development support, like this zombie, onto another character. So this way we have 4 units all with development support, and then another one here, giving us a grand total of 250% extra EXP. Then we're just going to take a random unit, doesn't matter what, and create a perfect square. Once we have our square, okay, we are just going to go ahead and use Magic Wall on the 3x3 grid section. Cast it on yourself, okay, and then let's take a look how many levels we gained, shall we? So we are currently level 3007. We are now level 3015, so we did just gain 8 levels with that. And then, of course, if we take a look at our class proficiency, we're also gaining a bunch there. In fact, if I just set that up, one skill is going to massively inflate this now. Yep, so we just mastered a whole bunch of them. So if we take a look, yeah, so we just mastered 4 full stars in a single use. Now, a few other things that can speed this up are settings. So for this page, I strongly suggest actually copying my settings here. You definitely want super speed on everything. And of course, make sure these 3 are turned off. This is the big one, okay? Otherwise, your auto selection is going to be all over the place. And of course, make sure you skip all effects, and for the effect speed and event speed, upgrade that as you unlock it from the Dark Assembly. The higher the number, the faster this is going to go, of course. And there we have it, guys. This is by far the absolute best way of leveling in the demo. Go ahead, get your units all the way up to level 9,999, and of course you get to max out all of your class proficiencies as well. As always, everybody, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please be sure to smash that like button and drop a comment down below, as it greatly helps the channel out. And of course, if you want to see even more, or if this method is a little too advanced for you and you want the starter method, make sure you check the Disgaea 7 playlist down below in the description. As always, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.